Hi, my name is KEONS, and I found something insane again. I know I keep finding insane connections, and I think I found another one to do with Simone, because she just will not leave my brain. So before Simone sadly died, she wrote a play called Venice Saved. I was reading up on Venice Saved. I read some of the play, and I read some descriptions of the play, and I read some reviews of the play. I did a lot of reading, okay? I've done a lot for this. And Tyler Joseph, if you don't give me a free album, I swear to God. Okay, anyway. I'm going to show you how insane these connections seem to be. Especially one of the connections. It is absolutely mind-blowing, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to swap out some of the words for keywords in the Dema Trench storyline. I'm not going to change every single word so that it just fits my narrative in my head. I can already smell the comments coming. I'm literally only going to change Dema, like Venice to Dema, etc. Okay? Okay, calm down. But seriously, this is insane, and I really hope you enjoy. So I'm going to bring it over to this man to read out the quotes for you.
As of tomorrow, they must believe that they have always been subjects of Dema, that they have never been free. The sky, the sun, the sea, and the stone monuments will no longer be real in their eyes. As for the children, they will be born without roots.
This was the first quote I found, and I immediately was like, what the fuck? Stone monuments, etc. I know that it's about Venice, and Venice does have stone monuments, so that's not that weird. But if you take away Venice and you include Dema, it sounds like one of Clancy's letters. Does it not? Okay, next one.
Vialism is a cold concern which cannot inspire love, but itself kills, suppresses everything that might be loved. So one is forced to love it because there is nothing else. That is the moral torment to which all of us today are exposed.
So obviously the word that wasn't in the original quote was vialism. I changed this from the state. It was the state is a cold concern. But I felt that vialism, being the religion of Dema, represents the city and the state. Do you know what I mean? So I thought I'd change those words, and does it not fit?
Vile's determination to make him a perfect hero is undercut by the horror of what he intended, the compromises he made. He tries to save just 20 men. What about the rest?
Sorry, hi Brian, did you just say 20 men?
Hi, KEONS. Yeah, I said 20 men.
Do you know what that reminds me of, Brian?
What?
The play that the band's name is named after, All My Sons.
The play by Arthur Miller where the main character sends out faulty airplane parts and 21 men died because of it? Huh, I do see the similarity.
Okay, what's next, Brian?
Give resonance through the crust of external circumstances to the cry which is always inaudible. Why am I being hurt?
Okay, you just heard what he said, right? Okay, and now think to the song Bandito and Salo Felina. Tyler, what does this mean?
What does Salo Felinas mean in Banditos?
Yeah, I mean that was a moment in my songwriting that I don't usually do, which I wanted to. I love the idea of filling a word, or even a word that doesn't exist yet, but filling it with meaning. And for that song in particular, where I was going with that bridge, I knew that nothing could quite describe what it is that I was feeling in that moment. And that's where that phrase came from, and it kind of turned into this idea that it is like it's something that you cry out when you're in need. And I don't know, that help me.
Authors such as these inhabit a place from which their person does not obstruct the truth of suffering and affliction. Their writings do not carry the stamp of their person, but are vessels through which a cry that is otherwise silenced can be heard.
Sorry, did you just say vessels for a cry out for help that cannot be heard? Sorry, am I hearing this correct?
The troops are led by Pierre, summoned by the 10.
Summoned by the what? By the 10? This just keeps getting crazier. What the
Conspirators will be spared if he reveals the details of the plan to Venice's governing body. At the Council of 10.
What? I'm sorry. Did you just hear that? The Council of 10. The governing body of Venice? The Council of 10? And who is the leader of Dema? The Nico and the Niners? Are you freaking kidding me?
Clancy seems, indeed, we have to believe genuinely was, convinced that this was the right thing to do. But some apprehension of the reality and beauty of the city stopped him in his tracks. He betrays the plot on the terms that the leaders of the conspiracy be spared. Clancy is portrayed as an outsider, as someone who, in Vile's technical vocabulary, she would describe as uprooted. A person exiled not only from their home, but from themselves too.
I'm not going to say much on those two quotes. I'm just going to say that they sound quite similar to what's happening and upbringing, etc. However, we know that Clanler, he's not going to betray the group. Well, I hope he's not. If he betrays the Banditos, freaking hell, man.
Countered by an even stronger belief in the altruistic power of those base feelings, animated by the recognition of the violent effects of force on both those who wield it and those who suffer at its hands.
What does this remind you of? Because to me, it reminds me of seizing. We know that Clancy uses the antlers in order to seize. We also know from the letters that he says he wields this power. Not only did he say wield, the same as in this, but he spelled it viled. Why is Simone everywhere? She's haunting me, okay? Okay, that's all for that video. I know it's not a lot, but it was what I found recently, and I thought you would want it sooner than later. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to subscribe, you are allowed. It's free. And if you want to like the video, you can. If you want to share it, I don't know. I'm not used to these outro things. Oh, and watch a latest video. Is that what I'm supposed to say? Okay, I don't know. Bye. Love you.